Hey everybody, this is Geneva of Geneva's Closet Talk Show. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet. And you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. Now, let's get into the news. Shout out to the Closet Seeker that sent me this information. This is coming from CBS Philly, and it says a family in Philadelphia thinks they're being targeted by local police, and given how many times they've been arrested on their own property, they may have a case. According to CBS Philly, cell phone footage shows a man who has now been identified as Ramir Briggs being yanked over the railing of his family's porch on Shannon Street in Chester Township. "We were just getting home," a distraught female voice could be heard saying in the video. Keith Briggs says during the incident, officers used a taser on him and put him in the back of a cop car. In arrest records, they claim that he had refused to disperse and was shouting expletives at them. And other members of the Briggs family were arrested 2 days in a row for doing nothing more than standing outside their own home. By the time someone got their bearings long enough to start filming the run-in, 4 relatives had already been arrested for loitering. At that point, police finally asked who lived at the home. "The Chester Township Police Department has failed my family. Instead of protecting us and serving us, they decided to attack us on multiple occasions," said Rachel Briggs, one of the people arrested. "I never knew that police officers could decide on one of us being outside too long or arrest us again. Who do they think they are to victimize a family like this and do this to someone in the community? Who do they think they are?" asked attorney Kevin Fitzpatrick, who will be aiding the Briggs family in filing a civil suit. According to the township's loitering status, there are certain areas where loitering is prohibited. In those areas, the statute says officers can question anyone they believe is loitering and ask them to leave. It remains unclear if the Briggs home is in one of those areas, but the family's lawyer points out that even if it was, the township loitering statute was struck down in court back in 2012 after courts ruled that it was too vague.
The family's lawyer says the township's loitering policy was struck down back in 2012. He said that it was too vague. However, he also says that based on these arrests, those policies are still in place.
We just came home.
Keith Briggs arrested, tased, and put in the back of a cop car for loitering. Prior to his arrest, his lawyer says he was standing in front of his family's home. He was one of 4 people from the same family arrested in early October for the same charge.
Here he is. Want me to go where you want me to get?
The Chester Township Police Department has failed my family. Instead of protecting us and serving us, they decided to attack us on multiple occasions.
Rachel Briggs was also arrested. This was the 2nd day in a row family members were arrested for loitering. The township statute says that there are areas of the township where loitering is prohibited. In those areas, the statute reads officers can question anyone they believe is loitering and ask them to leave. It's not clear if this neighborhood is one of those areas.
My sister lives here.
Doesn't matter. She lives there, not here.
While the family is trying to explain to them their lawful reason for being there, he's busy putting handcuffs on Miss Lewis and directing Mr. Briggs to be arrested.
This is Kimyaga Lewis being arrested. Arrest records show she yelled at her family members to get in the house when officers arrived. Moments later, her cousin, Ramir Briggs, was physically dragged off his family's porch and also arrested.
Who do they think they are to victimize a family like this and do this to someone in this community? Who do they think they are?
I never felt an embarrassment and shame as if I felt that day.
Now, we reached out to the police department several times today. However, we haven't heard back. As for the family, they are now thinking about filing a civil lawsuit. However, first, on October 17th, they'll be in court to answer to these criminal charges. But for now, live in Chester Township, Howard Monroe.
Go in the house. Mom, stop, Sarah. Sir, she's not doing nothing, sir. Sir, stop, Sarah. Sir, she's not doing nothing. She got health issues, sir. Sir, she got health issues. Give her her ID, sir. She got health. Sir, she got health issues, sir. Be still, Sarah.
Please put your hands.
Mom, sir, be still, sir.
I didn't do anything.
She got ID, sir.
Okay.
What are y'all doing, sir? She has ID. What are y'all doing? She has ID. Mom, don't do nothing. What are y'all doing? Sarah, calm down.
I'm trying to give you my pocketbook.
Calm down. She has. Sir, I got a video, Sarah. Sarah, she has ID, y'all. What are y'all doing? Sarah, keep on the house. You got court tomorrow. Go in the house, Sarah. Sir, she has health issues. Sarah, calm down.
I didn't even do anything.
She has health issues. What's going on?
This shit is
Sarah, she
retarded.
has health issues. What are y'all doing?
This shit is
Sarah,
retarded.
calm down. Give me your pocketbook. Sir, can y'all ask me, tell me why? Sarah, stop. Sir, can y'all ask me, tell me why? Sarah, stop.
I can't walk.
Which one, him?
He just got
home. He just came home. What's going on, y'all? Hey, y'all. Can y'all please tell us what's... Keith, don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. Why do y'all... Keith. Shut up, Keith. Keith, shut up. What is going on, sir? Can y'all please tell me? Why are y'all locking him up? Please see what's wrong with my daughter. Why is y'all locking her up, though? Please see what's wrong with she has health issues.
He's saying I'm loitering. We about to get
My
in the
sister
car.
lives here. My sister lives here. What is going on, please?
We're trying to
Please tell us what is going on. Why are y'all locking him up? My daughter got health issues.
find out in a minute.
Rachel, what is going? What is going on? My sister lives here. My daughter.
Why don't you go sit down?
She's going to need an ambulance. What are y'all locking her up for, though? I don't understand. My sister lives here.
It doesn't matter. She lives there, not here.
We wasn't here. And she got health problems.
Okay, well, they called her.
Are y'all serious? Mom, going up. Stop, Keith. They maced my son. He got asthma, y'all. Y'all trying to kill my son. This is my car.
You didn't have a fucking arrow in
He
the
got
car.
asthma, y'all.
Do you have the information? And you want fucking mace him?
My son can't breathe, sir. My son can't breathe, sir. Stop, Rachel. Rachel, stop. What is going on? Are y'all serious? Want me to go in? You want me to give you the information from my car?
We will, yes.
My daughter needs ambulance, sir.
Let's figure this out.
Mom, come on.
You hear him?
We just lost our family member.
Get out of the way.
Yo, bro. Please stop. All right, bro. I'm not doing that, bro. Stop touching me like that, bro. Ramir, stop. Sir, please stop, y'all. Sir, please stop.
Yo, bro, chill, bro.
Can y'all please stop?
Don't come off the
I don't understand what's going on here.
The fuck is niggas doing, bro? The guys, bro.
My son can't breathe, y'all. My son can't
Yo,
breathe.
why the fuck y'all miss my man? He threw me in the back of the car with
My son can't breathe, sir. My son is having...
Who belongs here?
We all do. I live here. My son...
We all know that they say there is nothing new under the sun. So with that being said, I was doing some research and came across this article dated for August 22nd, 2018. And it says, an Indianapolis man is planning to take legal action after he says he was profiled, then assaulted by a security officer outside his own apartment. Jaquan Dean was sitting in his car outside his Northwest Side apartment Saturday when he says a security officer approached asking if he lived there. Dean says the officer demanded to know his name and called in backup when Dean declined to answer his questions. He's there every day, so he knows I live there, Dean said. Dean filmed his interaction with the officer, James Reynolds, who identified himself as a courtesy officer for the complex. Reynolds runs a security company called Reynolds Security Consulting Corp. out of Plainfield and is also a reserve officer for the town of Sheridan. He's currently running as a Republican candidate for Hendricks County Council. The confrontation turned physical when two assisting officers from the Southport Police Department arrived. Dean says he suffered a nerve injury during the altercation. I have no feeling in my hand, Dean said. Dean was taken into custody and charged with resisting arrest and refusing to identify. Under Indiana law, when an officer believes you've committed a crime and you refuse to show ID, you're committing another crime. But Dean says he wasn't doing anything criminal in the first place. If you're just sitting in your car, you don't have to show your ID, Dean says. And it also says that the news reached out to Reynolds, the security guard, and he said that he couldn't comment on it. But The news investigated and found out that Reynolds was terminated from the Marion County Sheriff's Office in 2013. So they terminated him. The sheriff's office terminated him in 2013, but 5 years later, he out acting like he a police, like he's police and he a security guard, asking for ID. So obviously, there's already an issue with Mr. Reynolds. So I don't even know how he's able to run a security company. I don't know.
Listen to me. I explained to
You don't know if I'm fixing my car,
Right,
if I'm
and that's
waiting
why-
to leave
okay.
or not. So why is you walking up saying I'm loitering?
Because do you know the definition of loitering? Get on Google right now, look up the definition
I
of
don't
loitering.
need to. You probably want me to stop recording so you can
No, you
fuck
can keep
with me.
recording. I would encourage you to keep recording.
And now you done called your what? Security? Your fake
There ain't no
backup?
security here. Everybody's police officers, as you're
Bro,
about to find out.
It don't matter. So as you're about to find out, you don't have no reason to come over here to
I
stop
do,
me.
because you're loitering on the property, sir, and I just asked you for identification, and because I don't know you, when I asked you where you live at, you can't give me an address where you
I'm
live.
not about to tell you where I live. I don't know who you are. You could be a fake police officer.
There ain't no... You,
So why would I
is
tell you
anybody
where
here
I
a fake
live?
police officer?
Nope, not that I know of.
Bro, can I get
There's
some?
my badge. You want my ID?
Yeah, I want everything from everybody. Yeah.
Where do I need your ID, sir?
You can film me all you want. I really don't give a shit.
Man, that's not the point.
There it is, Sergeant Robert Patterson, Southport Police Department.
Him
Okay.
too. Why is
You
you
have
looking
ID
at my
on you?
car?
Do you have ID on you?
Can I get his badge number?
Do you have ID on you?
Can I get
You
his
can go to
badge
jail
number?
for not IDing yourself.
No, I cannot.
Yes, you can.
For what? What am I doing?
Because you have to identify yourself to a law enforcement officer. That's the law. Okay? If you
What
don't
is the
have-
crime though?
Okay, step on out.
No,
Well,
well,
this is the hard way then. Step on out.
what is the crime?
Step on out.
What is the crime?
Sir, either you're going to step out or we're going to bring you out.
What is the crime, bro?
I just told you what it was.
What is the crime? Is what I'm saying.
I just told you what it
What
was.
is that?
You're not IDing yourself.
That's a crime. A
Yes,
crime
it is.
involves an
Yes, it
injured
is.
party. Come on, don't play with me.
Okay.
So y'all really about to fuck with me?
Step on out. Step on out.
Why is you touching me, bro?
Step on out.
Dude, step out of the car. Don't make
I suggest you
Bro.
don't make it worse.
Bro, why is you touching me, bro? What the fuck is y'all doing, bro?
Stop tensing up.
What the fuck is you
Stop tensing up.
doing? Bro,
You got a cup?
bro, back up, bro. Hey, bro. Man, back the fuck. Get off me, bro.
Stop tensing up.
Get off me, bro. Are you serious, bro? Are you serious, bro?
So we remember the security officer, and I think purposely asked the black guy what did loitering mean because he felt like he didn't know. So I decided to look it up so I can get a better idea of what it means. And it says loitering is the act of remaining in a particular public place for a protracted time without any apparent purpose. In some jurisdictions, the definition of loitering may include indoor littering and wearing of masks or disguises in public, such as New York. While the laws regarding loitering have been challenged and changed over time, loitering is still illegal in various jurisdictions and in specific circumstances. Then it goes on to say, loitering has historically been treated as an inherent preceding offense to other forms of public crime and disorder, such as prostitution, begging, public drunkenness, dealing in stolen goods, drug dealing, scams, organized crime, robbery, harassment, or mobbing, just to name a few. Loitering provides a lesser offense that can be used by police to confront and deter suspects, individuals, from lingering in a high crime area, especially when criminal intent is suspected but not observed. Local areas vary on the degree to which police are empowered to arrest or disperse loiterers. Limitations on their power are sometimes made over concerns regarding racial profiling and unnecessary use of police force. The offense remains highly subjective. In many places, loitering is a crime in and of itself, while in others it is not, and serious criminal activity must be observed before police can confront any suspect. Then it goes on to say classes of persons. This act was designed to dissuade on penalty of 3 months at hard labor include unlicensed salesmen, common prostitutes, beggars, fortune tellers, palm readers, people doing obscenities, exhibitionists, fraudulent charity gatherers, promoters and players of games of chance, persons with instruments of assault, persons with instruments of robbery and break-in, persons found in or upon real property, and others besides. The law was also used to criminalize men who were found in areas where men picked up each other for sex. This video is sponsored by Shoe Dazzle, and anyone who knows Geneva of Geneva's Closet knows I have at least 50 or 60 pair of shoes from Shoe Dazzle, so this one is my fave. Shoe Dazzle is a personalized shoe and fashion retailer, and for as low as $39.95 you can buy a gorgeous pair of shoes or any other item of your choice, because Shoe Dazzle also carry apparel and purses. The styles are selected just for you by Shoe Dazzle fashion experts. And get this, people, if you are a VIP member, they are always having special deals where you can buy shoes for $10 or buy one get one, 2 styles for $39.95. So please make sure you go and click the link in my bio section, go over to shoedazzle.com and get to purchasing your favorite styles today. I would like to know how you all feel about this situation, and while you are letting me know, could you please like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet, and you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. You all have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.